Okay, for this one, this is a problem involving your hydrostatic force on curved surface. Okay, hydrostatic force on curved surface under case 3 or pinagsamang case 1 and case 2. Sige, solve natin. We have this semicircular plate in the figure which is 4 feet long. Okay? Ibig sabihin, perpendicular sa ating paper or sa figure, mayroon siyang length na, yes, meron siyang length na 4 feet. Okay, I hope that is clear. And this acts like a gate in a channel. This is your water surface. Yan. If the weight of the plate is neglected, meaning, okay, hayaan na natin kung meron mang weight itong gate na yan. And the unit weight of water or the specific weight is 62.4 pound per cubic foot. Determine, yan, ano po ang resultant force that the water pressure exerts on the plate dito sa gate natin or sa plate na to. And the resultant force, the reaction at the hinge dito sa B, hinge to, and the reaction at the smooth support at A. Yan, smooth support sa A. Now, ano ang gagawin? Di isa-isahin natin. Yan. Sabi, hanapin mo yung resultant force. So, let's say dito siya nagka-act somewhere here. Ganyan. Okay? So, itong resultant force na to, imagine, if we take a moment here, may makukuha tayong reaction sa A. And also, may makukuha tayong reaction sa B, horizontal and vertical. So, yun ang mga pinapahanap. Ano to? Ano to? Reaction sa B. And yung reaction sa A. Okay, so I hope that is clear. So, yun ang goal nating mahanap sa problem na to. Kaya maglala, itong force dito, alam mo na yan, yung hydrostatic pressure formula natin. Itong RA, yung RB, kukunin natin using statics. Okay? Statics of rigid bodies. Ayan. Sobrahan akong bura. Ayan. Sige. Let's solve first sa ating force. Okay, so we know that for curved surfaces, mayroon po tayong dalawang force na nag-act dyan. We have your horizontal force and the vertical force. Diba? Dalawa yan. Oops. You have the horizontal and the vertical force. So let's call the horizontal one F sub H and the vertical one F sub V. Ngayon, kung familiar ka na sa vertical forces, sa hydrostatic forces on curved surfaces, di ba meron tayong tatlong cases dyan? The case 1 is when the liquid is above. Okay, nandito yung liquid mo. Okay? Ano ang kailangan mo dyan? Paano siya i-solve? Yes, di ba kapag FV is equal to gamma ng liquid times volume. Okay? Because this FV, ito na rin yung weight, no? Yes, ng tubig. Or yan yung pressure exerted by the liquid. And since ang liquid natin ay nasa taas, nakita mo ang direksyon? Pababa. Kasi tinutulak niya pababa yung ating gate. Yan, so, alam mo na to ha, yung formula na yan. The unit weight of the liquid, that's easy kasi alam mo na to. For the volume, yes, each case, may iba-iba tayong way para ma-determine yung volume. For case 1, when above the surface or above the curved surface yung water, simply, yes, mula sa gate, magkaroon ka lang or gumawa ka ng vertical projection. Yan. If, linawan natin. Yan. Halimbawa, ito yung curve. Ito yung liquid. Yan. Ang i-consider mong area is, or yung i-consider mong volume is this one. Okay? Pag ganun, yung vertical force. Okay? And that is the same for this curve. Diba? Ito yung curve. So, yung weight nito ang i-consider natin, which is acting downward. Okay? Ano po ang case 2? Kita mo na, this one is similar to case 1. For case 2 naman, konting recap lang para ma-refresh tayo ang gagawin. For case 2 is when the liquid, okay, let's say ganito. Yan. The liquid is below. Yan. Nandito ang liquid sa ilalim. Nandito. Yan, nandito ang liquid. And yung curve mo, pag ganun. Yan. Tapos, yung liquid surface mo, mga banda dito hanggang dito. Okay? So, ano ang diskarte kapag ganyan? Ganun pa din. Unang-una, ang direction. Ang direction ng ating vertical force, pataas. Bakit? Kasi yung liquid mo ay nasa ilalim, yung surface natin ay tutulak niya pataas. Ngayon, ito ang formula, di ba? Paano mo naman kukunin yung volume? Okay. Pag case 2, mula doon sa curved surface, gumawa ka ng imaginary line. Extend mo yon hanggang sa prolongation. When we see prolongation, itong water surface mo, i-extend mo imaginary. Pag ganun. Okay? Ang i-consider mong area, alin? Ang i-consider mong volume? Ito. Okay? Diba? That is for case 2. Ayan. The reason for this is, kasi nga, although, nandito lang yung tubig mo, okay, yung pressure kasi dito, dahil pa rin sa water na hanggang dyan. So, we know that the pressure here is still naka-base sa gamma H na to. So, meaning, may effect pa rin yan kahit in literal sense, wala pong liquid dyan. Pero yung pressure, may effect pa din. Same effect. Okay? Ayan. Kung dito ka babalik sa figure, you'll see na yung ating i-consider dapat ay, yes, wala dito, extend ka hanggang doon. Diba? Bakit? Kasi hanggang dito yung water surface. So, ang area na i-consider natin ay ito. Yan. What did you notice? Merong nag-overlap. Diba? Kasi ito yung consider natin volume eh. Yan. Tandaan hanggang water surface ha. Hanggang water surface yung case 2. So, saan ang water surface? Hanggang dito. So, mula sa curve, mag-create ka ng vertical projection ng curved surface. Pag ganun, ito ang i-consider mo. And what is the direction of this force? Opo, upward. Now, what did you notice? Mayroong volume dyan na nag-overlap. Itong part na to, nag-overlap. And isa pang bagay na dapat mong ma-notice is the direction of the forces. So, kung FV or yung net, kumbaga yung pinagsama ng effect nitong nasa taas at nasa baba ang kailangan natin, what do we have to do? Add the two of them. But since the direction are opposite, we actually have to subtract. So meaning, kung ipagmaminus natin ang dalawang volume na to, ano ang matitira? Yes, nakuha mo. Itong semicircle na to ang maiiwan. Diba? So that actually is the volume or the volume na kailangan nating i-consider. Okay? So, alam mo na. So, FV is equal to the unit weight of liquid times the volume. Volume ng alin? Ng semicircle na to. Okay? So, this actually falls under case 3. Yung case 3 is when pinagsama mo ang case 1 and case 2. Okay. So, your FV is unit weight ng liquid water. So, 62.4 pounds per cubic foot times yung volume is basically your area times perpendicular length. Ito yung area mo, yung semicircle, and yung perpendicular length mo ay ito, pag ganun. Okay? Okay, so you'll have 0.225 pi over 4 times the diameter 6. Okay, or pwede rin pi r squared kung gusto mo naka-radius 3. Same lang naman yung sagot. Okay, squared times the length 4 feet. So we will have 62.4 times 0.25 pi times 6 squared times 4. Okay, let's double check the answer. Pi over 4. 4 feet nga ba? Is 2.4 times area. Okay. Kalahati nga pala. So, we have to multiply yung 1/2. Kasi, semicircle. Okay. So, yun ang nakalimutan ni sir. So, 3528.6369 pounds. Okay. That is your FV. Vertical force. Now, let's proceed sa horizontal force. Paano nga ang horizontal force kapag curve? Yes, kunin mo ang horizontal projection. Sa case na to, kunin mo yung height ng gate. Ito yun. Diba? Ito yung horizontal projection. When we say horizontal projection, ano ba ang kanyang mukha if dito ka mag-observe? Diba? Ano yung makikita mo? Siyempre, pag nandun ka sa harap, hindi na relevant kung curve siya. Kasi yung makikita mong surface, flat surface. Okay? So, this is the height. Tapos, siyempre, mag-extend dyan pag ganun. Ilan to? 4 feet. Or simply, itong area na to, yan. Itong area na to ang kailangan natin. Yan. Okay? That should look like a, yes, a rectangle. Yan. A rectangle with a width 4 feet and a height of 6 feet. Ba? Ito yung horizontal projection niya. Kita mo? Ito yung height, 6. Okay? Kasi yung radius niya ay 3. So, yung diameter niya, 6. And, yung, yes, yung width niya, 4 feet. Or simply put, kapag sinabi mong horizontal projection, ito yun. Yan, ito yun, horizontal. Yan. Diba? Okay. 6 feet. Okay. So, nandito siya. This is your CG. Nandito ang surface ng liquid. Nandito ang center of pressure. This is your eccentricity. Okay? So, solve na natin si FH. FH is gamma H bar times area. For sure, alam mo na yan. Yan. So, we know ano si gamma, di ba? 62.4. H bar, 3 feet. Mula sa surface hanggang CG. Area, 6 times 4. This is 62.4 times 3 times 24. This is 4492.8 pounds. Okay. So, we both have na yung ating FH and CFV. Next mong gagawin ay kunin mo yung distances nila. Mula saan? Mula sa B. Bakit? Kasi kailangan natin kunin ang reaction sa B and yung reaction sa smooth support sa A. Diba sa statics, kailangan natin mag-moment to do that. So, we actually need to solve for the distances nila or yung perpendicular distance nila mula kay B. For FH, we know that its distance mula kay B, itong distance na to. Yan, itong distance na to. This is h over 3. Or simply, yung h na yan, 6 yan ha. Or simply, kung gusto, ayaw mo ng shortcut, gamitin mo to. Diba? We know, ito yung sinusukat natin ha. Ito. Yan. This distance. Ito si B, diba? Nandito si B. Yan, nandito sa A sa taas. Yan. Ang kailangan natin is yung distance na to. Let's call this D. Yan. Si D, kitang-kita mo naman, D is equal to 6 minus, diba yung buo? Yung buong height nito, 6. Bawasan ko ng kalahati. Nasaan na ako? Nasa CG. Bawasan ko ng E. Ano matitira? Yes, si D na lang ang matitira. Okay? Or simply, 3 minus IG over A Y bar. Solve pa natin. 3 minus inertia, 6 cubed times 4 divided by 12, pH cubed over 12. Area, 6 times 4. H bar, siya na din si Y bar, which is 3. Okay? Tandaan, Y bar is from the surface of the water hanggang center of gravity. Okay? Following yung or parallel yung line na susundan mo sa mismong gate. So, kapag vertical, same lang si H bar and si Y bar. You will have 3 minus okay? So, this is 2 feet. And what did you notice? Diba? Si D, sabi ko, H over 3 din yan. Which is 6 over 3, ilan? 2 feet. Ayan. So, sometimes, pwede mong gamitin ang shortcut na yan if the top of your surface, okay, is flush with the gate. Or simply, para makuha mo yung center of pressure, okay, siya ay nasa distance lang na h over 3. Kung gaano kataas yung tubig, h over 3 siya. Okay? Sige. So, okay na tayo sa distance na to. How about sa distance ni FV? Okay? Wala pa tayo nun. Wala pa tayong distance sa FV. Pero, alam mo that your FV acts in, yes, si FV po nag-a-act sa distance ni FV, distance centroid. Yan. Nasa centroid po lagi yan. Because this FV is considered a weight, a mass. So, saan ba nag-a-act ang mass? Eh, di sa center of mass or simply centroid. Diba? So, kung ito ang ating curve surface, yan. Nasaan ang centroid nito? Banda-banda yan. Okay? Ano to? Ito ang kailangan natin. Let's call this X bar. Ano yung X bar na yan? Yes. Sa semicircle, X bar is 4R over 3 pi. Okay, which is 4 times 3 over 3 pi That is 4 over pi. Okay. So, at this point, kompleto na tayo. Pwede mo nang isolve yung ating mga values ni A, ni B, and C. Kaya mo nang isolve yan. Okay? Sige. Solve natin. Unang-una si F. Yung resultant natin, which is equal to the square root of F H squared plus FV squared square root of, ano po si FH? 4492.8 plus si FV 3528.6369. And that is equal to so this is 5712.84 pounds or 5.71 kilo pounds. Okay, so that is your final answer for your F. Okay, next. Alam mo na to ha, paano kumuha ng resultant. Next, isolve na natin ang reaction sa B and yung reaction sa A. To do that, i-drawing natin ang free body diagram ng ating gate. Okay, ito na yun. Whoops! Yan. So, this is point B. This is point A. Yan. So, sa A, meron tayong horizontal reaction. Sa B, merong horizontal and vertical. Paano po nasabi? Ganito. Sa B, meron kang, sabi dyan, may hinge. So, ano po ang kayang i-resist ng hinge? Yes, horizontal and vertical. Sa C, anong meron? Smooth support. Tandaan, kapag smooth support, ang meron lang dyan ay normal reaction force, which is perpendicular sa surface. Ano yung surface mo sa A? Di ba pa ganun? Okay, so perpendicular yung reaction. And note mo yung part na smooth reaction. Ganito kasi yan. Kapag hindi siya smooth, dalawa ang reaction dyan. Isang normal force and then isang friction force. Okay? But since normal naman siya, or normal reaction, walang friction, edi goods ka na. Okay? So, okay ka na, di ba? So, this distance, ito ay 3 feet. Ayan. So, determine mo na ang forces na nag-a-act dyan. So, unang-una, FH. Okay. We have the FH. This is RE. This is RB. X. AX na lang pala. And so, AX. BX. This is BY. This is FH acting at a distance 2 meters mula sa B. And meron tayong FV acting at this distance 4 over pi. Okay? Sige. So, anyways pala, bakit tanong mo, Sir, bakit po paangat ang direction ng FV? Okay, balik tayo dito ng konti. You see this one, right? Meron tayong case 1 and case 2 na pinagsama. What did you notice? Ito ang case 1. Ito yung area na i-consider. Kay case 2, ito. Now, na pinag-subtract natin, anong naiwan? Ito. Which is from case 2. Anong direction ni case 2? Paangat. That's why, paangat din sa FV. Okay? So, yan. So, maging mapagmatsyag na lang sa direction. So, from this, you will have or kaya mo nang isolve yung A, yung B, and yung BX and yung BY. Let's start kay A. So, to solve for A, magsasummation tayo ng moment kay B. Diba? Dito na lang. Summation ng moment kay B is equal to 0. Counterclockwise is equal to your clockwise moments. So, for AX, for this one, we know that, yes, so AX times 6. Kasi 3 yung radius. So, dalawang 3, it is 6. Yan. So, AX times 6 is equal to your FH times 2, okay, plus your FV times 4 over 5. So, AX times 6 is equal to, ano po sa FH? 4492. Sa FV, 3528.6369 over 5. So, AX is equal to 92.8 times 2 plus 3528.6369 times 4 over 5. So, this is equal to 2.2 or 2,246.4 pound, or kung gusto mong nakakilo pounds, which is yun ang hinahanap sa problem, this is 2.25 kilo pounds. Okay? That is your final answer for AX. Okay, so ito na rin yung reaction kay A na hinahanap sa letter C. Diba? Yan. So, next natin yung kay B. So, para masolve si BX, ang gagawin natin ay magmo-moment naman tayo kay A. Pwede ka mag-moment kay A, pwede ring summation ng forces sa X. Nasa sayo. So, gawin natin, mag-moment na lang tayo kay A. Okay? So, summation ng moment kay A is equal to 0. Clockwise is equal to your counterclockwise moments. Ayan. Okay. So, moment tayo kay A, you will have your BX times 6 plus your FV times 4 over pi is equal to FH times 6 minus 2, which is 4. Okay. So, baka nahihirapan ka pag mag-moment, ha? BX, kay AX ka mag-moment. Ano ang distance si BX? 6. Sa FV, ano ang perpendicular distance? 4 over pi. Sa FH, ano ang perpendicular distance? Mula dito hanggang taas, which is yung 3 plus 3, bawasan mo ng 2. Okay? So, may value ka na ni FV at ni FH. Si BY po, 0 yan. Kasi, nasa line of action siya ni A. Ano? Diretso. So, yung distance dyan, 0 din naman. So, BX is equal to, ano sa FV? 3528.6369 times 4 over pi. Okay. Ito na negative. Plus FH 4492.8 times 4 over 6. So, BX is equal to 8.6369 times 4 over pi. 4492.8 times 4. 6. 3528.6369 4492 times 4 over 6. So 3.74 or 3744 pounds. 7 pounds or equal to 3.74 kilo pounds. Yan naman si BX. Ayan. Wait lang, double check ko lang kasi baka may mali akong napag-add. Okay, alam ko na kung bakit. Negative nga pala rin. So, 2 point. So, this is negative. Ay, duling si sir. So, it feels weird kasi. Nararamdaman ko na yun kapag may mali akong ginawa. So, 2 point or 2246.399 pound or kung naka-kips, that's 2.246 kips. Yan. For BY naman, okay. So, for BY, this one, mabilis na lang to. Mag-summation ka na lang ng forces sa Y which is equal to 0. Upward is equal to downward. Nakita mo agad. Uy sir, dalawa lang yung vertical force natin. FB and BY. Paras pa yung direction. So, gets mo na agad. Ay, mali po yung assumption ni BY. So, dapat, pababa siya. Okay, pababa si BY. Yan, ikot natin. Ay. Yan, okay. Diba? O, GG. So, BY is equal to 35, ay. So, BY is equal to 3528.6369 pound or 3.5286 kips. Yan. Okay, 22464. Lagyan natin ito. 3.5286 kips. So, para makuha ang reaction sa B or yung RB, yan, edi resultant lang ni BY squared and ni BX squared. Yan. So, you will have square root of 2.2464 squared plus 3.5286 squared. That is squared. So, this is, try ko lang ulit, 2.2464 squared plus 6 squared. So, 4.18 kips. And that is your final answer. Wait lang. Baka may mali si sir. 4492.8 times 2 plus okay. Ito naman. Okay, so that's your final answer. Okay ka na? Diba? So, pag may di ka na-gets, replay mo na lang video. Okay, so if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask more. Okay? Tanong lang. Comment mo. Gusto mo. Sige. That's it.